Good morning, everyone. This is Thursday morning, RBN TV, and my name is Joe Osamendi, and this is the Coffee with Joe show. But again, that's never the most important thing. The most important thing is this young lady I have sitting right next to me, Nicole Hickman, which is the Vice President of Operations at MaidPro, a cleaning service for both residences and commercial ventures.
More residential, but yes, some commercials, like commercial work, yep.
Great. Welcome to Coffee with Joe, Nicole.
Thank you, Joe.
And listen,
I
do have a disclosure made. I am a MaidPro customer. I've been there for a long, long time, and I really highly recommend them. But I really want my audience to understand exactly the great job you do.
Thank you.
And we're gonna get right into this. And first of all, give me a little bit of history about the company.
So we're an independent franchise. We have almost, I think, 300 MaidPro's across the United States and Canada. My franchise owner owns 13, and he's about to purchase 2 more. So we are in Delaware, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, and New York. He's been in business about 15 years, and it's a really great company to work for. I absolutely love my job. I love helping people, and giving them a good result and making sure their homes are clean, safe, and good for their everyday family life.
Fantastic. Now, you actually started out as a pro, correct?
I did start out as a pro.
Okay, so
yes.
why don't you kind of go through your journey?
So I started in MaidPro about 3 years ago, and I came out of managing some salons, hair salons, and I wanted something that fit my lifestyle with my children. I have 4 children, and the salons were just too many hours. It was, a decent living, and I liked it, but it just got to be too much for my family needs. And the great thing about MaidPro was I started at 8:30, and I could be done as early as 3.
Okay.
So I stopped missing, games and practices, and I was able to take my kids where they needed to go and just really be there for them.
Okay.
And then because of my franchise experience from the salons, I was able to establish myself as a dispatch manager, and then I started running a couple of the, littler offices, and then as I got better and I grew with the company, I became the VP of Operations, and I've had an amazing experience, and I highly recommend the company. I absolutely love them. They're great people to work for. My franchise owner is great, and the MaidPro corporate is amazing as well. They're such a supportive company. They do charity work in Belize and other areas of the world, so I'm super proud of them, and I'm proud to say that I work for MaidPro.
That's great. And as I said, I am a customer.
Absolutely.
Disclosure, and I've been a customer for a long time.
Yes.
Why don't you take us through the training of every one of your pros?
Okay, so our training it's a 2-step training. It starts with them watching training videos when it comes to how to clean our system and how to stay safe doing it. That's a lot of thing that people forget, is that we have to keep our pros safe, and we have to, not only during pandemic, but just their bodies safe. It's a lot on your bodies, so we make sure we really go above and beyond and have them watch special videos just on their safety, on the cleaning procedures, how to clean, why we clean, how to do things properly. From there, they go out into the field with our experienced trainers. They spend anywhere from 5 days to 10 work days training, and then we try to keep them partnered until they're fully comfortable to go out on their own. It is an intense training process, but it's how we get the results that we get. So.
Okay, and as I said, I've had several different pros come into my house, and they've all been, well, they're polite, they're efficient, they do a great job, by the way.
Thank you.
So that training program is important, because you always get the same result all the time.
That's our goal. We try immensely to send the same people to the same houses. That's always the goal. But unfortunately, life happens, and that's not always possible. We still want to accommodate every single client that we have, and make sure we do that the same way every time. So that's where the training and being trained by the same people and to do the same job and have uniform videos that they all have to watch and everything really comes in, and it really helps you get the same results no matter who comes into your home.
Okay. And one thing I really commend you on is the time frames, because I like my home clean in the morning, and I've never had somebody not get there on pretty much when I expected them, which is real important, because people's time is important.
Absolutely, absolutely. We try to make it as uniform as we can, and as accommodating as we can. We always do our best in that. We do have arrival windows you can pick from, and then we always notify you. It starts at a 4-hour window, and then we notify you the day prior to the 2-hour window. So we do have a little bit of flexibility because, again, things happen, traffic, and some things that are just a little bit out of our control. So we always want to give a little leeway, but always make sure we're not tying up your whole day as well.
Okay, and also as far as your rate's concerned, that's on an individual basis, correct?
So that is, yes. So when you call into MaidPro, you get an estimate, and it's based off of your home and what your home is going to need. We try to cater to whatever everyone needs within our limits. We try not to promise things that we can't do because we don't want to be like that. We want you to get the result you're expecting. So we have a customer service team that works very hard to make sure we know what our clients want and what they expect, and they expect the right things. Cost, again, depends on what you want done in your home, how long it's going to take, the size of your home, but we do try to be reasonable and not, overly price things and stuff like that. We try to keep it as reasonable as we possibly can.
Okay, now when a pro comes in, a lot of them will have been a customer for a long time, but they usually leave a paper about all the things they've done, correct?
Correct. So we do follow a 49-point checklist system. It is on our website. You can view it at any time. And basically, not everything is in every house. So it's a general 49 points. We try to hit all 49 points as long as your home has everything in it. So if your home doesn't have ceiling fans, obviously we're not going to check off that we dusted ceiling fans that are non-existent. That doesn't make much sense. But yes, so we follow the same system every time. We do have some additional add-on services that people can add on. And then, that just gets written at the bottom, like, hey, we did your oven today, or your refrigerator, or, whatever you ask for that's within our capabilities. Okay.
With the pandemic coming now, I mean, has that affected your business a lot?
So it has and it hasn't. We have, a lot of customers that are still a little nervous for us to come in, and that's completely understandable. I highly recommend having us come in because we are trained to not only clean but sanitize your home, and our products will sanitize your homes. We do have a high touch point clean that it's just the areas that we come in and people touch a lot, like doorknobs, light switches, stuff like that. And then you can add that onto the regular clean as well. And we take every safety precaution that we possibly can. Our pros wear masks, gloves, they sanitize their equipment in between the homes. So we really do take safety precautions. We keep everybody 6 feet apart in our offices. We only allowed one pro in at a time to collect their supplies and leave for the day. They have to be masked when they enter our dispatch offices. And we're doing everything we can to keep our clients safe. And one of the things too that, kind of is interesting is that we've kind of always done this. This is not new to us. The pandemic just maybe tightened things up a little bit, but we've always gone into homes, during flu season, stomach bug season, all that stuff. We've always been in people's homes, and we've always taken proper safety precautions. So this isn't new to us. It's not something new that we had to do. Like I said, we had to tighten it up, make sure it was being followed more strictly. But for the most part, we are very good at going in and out of homes and not cross-contaminating and spreading germs.
That's fantastic. When a person first gets their service, you can actually determine whether you want it weekly, monthly, whatever. It's a lot of flexibility, correct?
A lot of flexibility. Typically, it's either weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly. We do one-time services as well. But typically, our most popular, I would say, is bi-weekly. And you do have the option of not being there at all as well. So we do a contactless clean right now, where if you are going to be home, we ask that you socially distance from our pros, try to stay in a separate room. But in theory, you don't have to be home at all, because all of our pros are background checked. We have very good insurance. We are, fully insured and bonded. You don't have to worry about that person coming into your home and anything happening that we don't take care of. Our pros cannot have a criminal background to work with us. So that's, that's important to people, especially now, because if you do want to leave your house for your safety, you have the ability to do that. And our working families where, mom and dad or anybody still works in the home, you know, we have to take that in consideration too. We can go in while you're not there. By the time you come home, your place is nice and clean.
Right, and somebody can actually just leave a key with you, correct?
They can leave a key with us. Yep. They can give us a code to get in, garage code, whether it be you have a, you know, a door code for your door lock on your front door. There's many different ways we can accommodate access in and out of the home without you ever even seeing us.
Oh, great. Okay, because that's one thing I love about your service too. Is it's so non-invasive.
Yes, we
I mean,
try.
you really, you almost like you're not there, to be honest with you.
Yes, because honestly, we are going to people's personal spaces. So we want to respect that space. That is still their home.
Right.
We're just there to make it a little bit more enjoyable.
Okay.
But ultimately, we want you to be comfortable with us, and we don't
Sure.
want you to feel like we're imposing on your personal space. Our job is just to make your life easier and more comfortable, not the other way around.
And I can attest to that. That's really true. Now, what area do you cover?
So we cover parts of Delaware, most of New Jersey, you know, North and South Jersey, Long Island, New York. We have 2 offices in Long Island, and Bucks County in Pennsylvania are our main areas.
Okay. And basically, is this how days of the week? Is it Monday through Friday or weekends, or how does
Yes,
it work?
so it's Monday through Friday in most of our offices. There are a select few that do Saturdays, but honestly, we want our pros to have a life too. They have families, they have things that they like to do too. So we like to still be able to have them work and have a balanced home life. It all kind of ties into the safety and well-being of our pros. They need that time to kind of spend with their families and have their life. So we try to make it as comfortable as possible for everybody involved in our company.
Oh, that's fantastic. So it's a win-win situation for
We
everybody.
try, yes. We really try for that, yes.
Oh, good. You know, when the pandemic hit, you know, again, I want to emphasize that you do sanitize everything.
We do.
You know, and it's important for people to have your house to be really cleaned. And I highly recommend that, because that's one of the reasons that, you know, that you come in,
Yes.
is be able to sanitize things that I wouldn't be doing myself.
Yes, and we're trained on how to properly do it. That's the biggest difference. A lot of people go and they'll buy sanitizing products, but they don't know how to use them properly. There is a specific and proper way to use them for them to be effective.
Okay.
And that's the most important part, because you don't want to let your guard down if you're not using the products properly, saying to yourself, oh, I sanitize my home every day. But if you don't do it properly, it's really not effective. And that's what people have to be really careful of. It's almost like a false sense of security.
Okay. We have to take a break right now, but don't go anywhere. We're going to come back with Nicole in a few minutes, and I'll pay some bills and stick around.
Fridays at 9 and 9:30 p.m. We'll see you next week.
This plus this equals this plus this and this. Don't drink and drive.
What makes a temple owl? Meet Stella. She's wise, fierce, and she's not alone. Temple University, where owls call home. We are the cherry and white. The city is our classroom, and we lead the rush hour, making our mark on every field around the world. A world without Temple, well, that's like the sky without the North Star. Temple, never stopping.
The family law firm of Shemtab Dragonovsky Taylor will help you move through and beyond your divorce. We are a full-service boutique family law firm located in Blue Bell, Pennsylvania. We handle cases in Montgomery County, Chester, Bucks, Delaware, and Philadelphia counties. We have 6 highly experienced lawyers and have represented clients for more than 30 years regarding these issues. Our clients depend on us to sort through the complicated issues involved in divorce and division of assets, spousal and child support, and custody. We listen to them, we gather the information, and we help them make informed decisions. We pride ourselves in our knowledge and our experience. We try to settle cases when we can, but we zealously advocate for our clients at trial as experienced and successful litigators. If you need help on any of these family life issues, please call us for an appointment at 215-542-2105 or check us out on our website at www.shemtablaw.com.
Well, welcome back to this edition with Coffee with Joe. I'm Joe Asamendi, your host. But again, as I always emphasize, that's not the important thing. The more important thing is this young lady I have sitting right next to me. That's Nicole Hickman, who is the Vice President of Operations at MaidPro, which is a cleaning service here in South Jersey. Welcome again to the program, Nicole.
Thank you, Joe. Thanks
Good.
for having me.
My pleasure. Do you use eco-friendly products?
Okay, so our products are not technically considered eco-friendly. So we can't advertise that we do. However, you do have the ability to provide your own products.
Okay.
So we provide our standard products, but you have the ability to provide your own. If you do want to go for a more eco-friendly product, that is, we will work with you when it comes to that. But we honestly cannot provide them. For one, it becomes a lot switching products in and out. You don't ever want to misuse products.
Sure.
So as long as the customer leaves us the products that they want and where they want them used, we'll be more than happy to use them.
Okay. Talk about some career opportunities that are available at MaidPro.
So we actually have a lot of career opportunities, and again, I can attest for it. It's a great company to work for. There is a ton of potential at MaidPro. We are always accepting applications, and we can really help right now. If you're displaced because of the pandemic, we do have a safe job that you can go to day to day. It still works with most people's family life, which again, as I mentioned earlier, is really important to us. It's a great opportunity. We pay you as fairly as we possibly can. We are above minimum wage and always stay above minimum wage. So there's a lot of benefits to working. We do offer medical benefits and paid time off, stuff like that. So I highly recommend working for the company, and there's always an opportunity. There's always room for growth with MaidPro. Like I said, I started as a pro, so I can truly attest to just about everyone in our office, on our office staff, has started as a pro as well. It's very rare that we hire outside of our pros. We always give our current employees an opportunity to grow prior to reaching out.
That's great.
Yes, so it is a great company to work for, and please go online, fill out an application. We have a great hiring manager. She will call you, she will get you set up with an interview, and it will be a great experience.
In fact, I can attest to that because I met you when you were
Absolutely,
in my house.
absolutely.
Exactly.
I have cleaned your home many
Exactly.
times.
Yeah. Exactly. So
Yep.
I can attest to that really. But everybody that's come in my house has always been well trained, polite, on time. I can't emphasize enough what a quality service you have.
Thank you so much. We really try hard. We really try hard.
Now, people always ask about a deep clean. Can you
Yes.
define that for me and when you do it?
Okay, so as far as the definition of a deep clean, that is different across the board. What I consider a deep clean is way different than what you may consider a deep clean, or the next person or the next person. So we outline it as we have our checklist. That's what we specialize in. That's what we prefer to do. We have the add-on services that we will do as well. Again, you can add on the oven, the inside of the refrigerator, the inside of the cabinets, the windows, stuff like that. But we do have our limitations, and we are very honest about our limitations. For insurance purposes and everything like that, we do have to be careful in what we can and can't do. But I highly recommend checking out our 49-point checklist. It does cover a lot. And that's honestly what we specialize in. So it's a great service. Like I said, you do get a really good result without necessarily that deep clean, calling it a deep clean. It's still a very, very good clean, but at least this way you know exactly what you're going to get. It's uniform, and you can always add on those extra services. But again, I always like to be careful with the word deep clean because it means so many different things to so many different people.
Certainly. Certainly. Now, is your main business residential, but you also do offices, correct?
Yes, so our main business is residential. We do some light commercial cleaning, especially now, offices and stuff like that. But again, our hours of operation as long as you're okay with us coming in, and again, as you've said, we're not invasive. We do stay out of the way. We do several small offices, and we're more than happy to clean your office and stuff like that. We are very good at it. We follow the same checklist. We cater it a little bit, cleaning cubicles, sanitizing phones, keyboards, stuff like that. So that right now is really important for offices. So we are catering cleans solely to offices.
What about gift certificates? Could I give a gift certificate to somebody else?
You can go on our website and buy a gift certificate, buy a gift card right through our website, and anybody can use it. Some people also get estimates from us prior to buying a gift card so that they know about how much the clean is going to cost a family member or friend or whoever they want to buy it for. And then they can purchase a gift card for that amount, give it to the person, and the person can call in, you know, with that name, and it's pretty much set to go for them. All they have to do is give us the gift card number.
Oh, fantastic. How would you think, how would you characterize MaidPro as standing out from your competitors?
So one of the biggest things is that, you know, we only send 1 to 2 people typically into a home. You're not getting a team of 4 or 5 people. We are fully insured and bonded. That's very, very important, and people tend to forget that because it is a little bit cheaper if you don't have insurance and you don't send everybody through a background check, but that can wind up costing you so much in the long run. You know, if anything happens in your home, we cover it. If anybody, you know, goes in and God forbid something breaks or, you know, accidents happen. So we cover that, and that's so important because a little bit of water, a little bit of breakage, a little bit of damage can go such a long way that if you don't have that coverage, you then become responsible for it. And God forbid if someone trips and falls in your home, you know, and anybody that doesn't have insurance for that, we have workman's comp, you're on the hook for that, and that can get so costly so quickly. So I really caution people, you know, insurance bonding is really, really important. So that's one of the biggest things that we offer that people tend to not think about as much because, you know, they're not trained to, you know, say, hey, what could go wrong? They just want to think about everything that could go right, and that's great. But in the off chance that something does go wrong, we really cover you. So that's, I would say, the biggest thing that sets us apart is that peace of mind with people going in and out and you not being liable.
Right, that is so important. You're exactly right.
It's so important.
And you know, what's nice about your service, as I said, you don't have to be home if you don't want to.
No.
During the pandemic, everybody is professional. When acting, they come and show on time, and it just really is a great service.
Thank you.
And especially now during the pandemic, because like you said, you sanitize. That's so
Yes.
important because, you know, when I clean my house, I use your service obviously, but you know, I don't sanitize it. I mean, let's face it. You know, I live by myself, but I don't. But now when you come in, house smells good, it looks great. I mean, it's a wonder.
Yeah, we try to do little things too to just make you feel at home, you know, whether it be folding your towels a pretty way and just, you know, you just come home and you feel so relaxed. It's like, oh, yes, my home is clean. I can just relax today and, you know, maybe cook my family dinner instead of cleaning up after them. You know, it saves people time, and we really try to just make it as easy and comfortable as possible.
Some of the small touches, by the way, is folding the toilet paper, and I have paper towels. They put a little thing on the top of it.
Yep. Sometimes.
I mean, it really is really cool when you think of it. And
it's just nice.
It is, and I have a big sectional, and your pros always come in and rearrange my pillows and make it look a hell of a lot better than it did when I lived there. I'll tell you. See, why I live here? Come on.
Yep.
But that is really cool when you think about that. Those are just little touches that they're friendly. They're really nice. They're just nice to come in and have that little thing, that extra that you didn't expect.
Absolutely. That's what we're about. We just want to give you a good result. And again, we want you to be comfortable. We want everything to look nice and be healthy.
And as I said, people, you always show up on time. If there is some kind of accident or something, we always follow up with your customers, which is real important. You're respectful of the customer's time frame, which is real important. And it's really a great service, and especially now. I mean, when you think about it, I mean, people, because of the pandemic and everything else, get your home cleaned by a professional.
Absolutely. I highly recommend it. I highly recommend it. You know, I mean, again, unless you're trained to do this properly, you don't know how, and that's okay. Like, I may not be able to run a bank, but I know how to clean a house, and I know how to train people to clean houses. So, you know, it's our wheelhouse. It's what we're good at, and it's what we want to provide to our community right now. It's how we help our community during this, you know, whole pandemic, is keeping people safe and really sanitizing their homes and making sure their homes are safe and still that, you know, that peace of mind and comfort that everybody wants at home.
You know, that's a very good point, and I really like the idea of having the same person come all the time. Although, as I said, anybody is trained and you get the same outcome all the time, which is great, because that's consistency.
Yep,
and it's what's important.
We strive for consistency, yes. we do strive for it. Again, there are sometimes circumstances that we cannot control, but for the most part, we do our absolute best to make sure you get the same pro that you're comfortable with, that knows your home, and we do our best to keep it that way.
Good. And you clean all year round, right?
All year round, yes. We do close for major holidays, but other than that, we clean all year round, Monday through Friday, about 9 to 4 or 5. And
Right. And the average is what, a couple hours?
It depends. We have some homes that are, significantly larger than other homes. The amount of bathrooms makes a big difference
Sure.
in how long your home cleans, because they tend to take the longest. But for the most part, anywhere from 2 hours is our minimum. So
Okay.
we have to stay at least 2 hours. But I mean, we've cleaned homes that have taken us 16 hours
Really?
sometimes. Man hours, yes. So, obviously we send a couple people, knocks that down. But the average, I would say, is anywhere from about 3 to 6 hours,
Okay.
man hours. So.
Yeah, and that's important. And if you send 2 people, it's less time.
Yes, so it's still the same man hours.
Right.
So if your home takes 6 hours to clean, if I sent 1 person, they'd be there for 6 hours. If I sent 2 people, they'd be there for 3 hours,
Right.
and so forth and so on.
And you bill. How do you bill?
So we bill based off your estimate. It's on the hourly rate.
Okay.
So it depends on how many hours man hours we are actually in the home, and how frequently you get serviced. Because the more frequently you get serviced, the cheaper it is, and also the less time it takes to clean your home each time.
Yeah, that's important because if it's bi-monthly or bi-weekly, it's a lot less expensive, and besides that, you're right. The cleaning's easier too because it doesn't get as dirty.
Yes. So not only is the hourly rate lower, the time that we have to be in the home is typically less as well.
Right. Okay. Now, Nicole, this is the time when I want you to look in that camera right now
Okay.
and tell people how they can reach you, who should call you.
Okay, so anybody should call us, honestly. Working families, anybody that's elderly and can't clean their home themselves anymore, that's what we're here for. We cater to just about anybody that needs us. You can reach us at our website, MaidPro.com. You can get all of our phone numbers, email addresses, everything there that you need to get set up with an estimate.
Nicole Hickman, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, it's my
really
pleasure. And as
appreciate
I
it.
said, full disclosure, I am a customer, but I highly recommend your service. And you did a great job. Thank you so much for having my
Thank
audience
you.
the opportunity to meet you.
And Joe, you've been a great customer for all these years. We can't thank you enough. We really enjoy having you, and servicing your home. It's a pleasure always.
Thank you. Anybody out there that wants your house cleaned and by a professional and sanitized, especially during the pandemic, highly recommend MaidPro. Give Nicole a call and she'll set you up with an estimate.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for joining us. Stay safe out there. Have a good weekend, and I'll see you next Thursday with Coffee with Joe.